It is a brand new day, and with that comes the best live-action Spider-Man movie in quite some time. Even more important is that brand new day is the first live-action Spider-Man movie since 2004 that actually feels like a Spider-Man movie and is good. Even more importantly, is that this is the first entry in the Tom Holland era where he truly, and without doubt, feels like Spider-Man. That feeling comes not just from Tom Holland's performance, though it is his best. It's in the writing of the character, the capturing of that unique Peter Parker Spider-Man spirit. The previous movies were fun, and they had their high points, but the Homecoming trilogy felt more like an extended Spider-Man origin story. One overpopulated with so many MCU characters that it felt like Tom Holland wasn't allowed to have his own Spider-Man adventure. Yes, there are still established MCU characters that appear, but their presence feels more balanced than they did with previous movies. Their purpose in the movie is to contribute to the story, not set up some Marvel project down the road that may or may not happen. These characters fit into the movie better than those from the Iron Man franchise ever did. The relationship between Spider-Man and Frank Castle is a specific highlight of the movie. Some were worried about the R-rated character being toned down for this movie, but Jon Bernthal ensures that his character maintains his identity as a psychotic, violent vigilante. One who just so happens to have a arguing sibling-like relationship with Spider-Man. In previous films, it always felt like Spider-Man was being mentored by the other Avengers instead of being allowed to stand on his own. The key difference here is that he and Frank are on equal footing, working together as actual allies instead of a relationship where one has power over the other. Frank Castle also serves as a secondary purpose within the movie, and that is to be a warning to Peter Parker. Brand New Day shows that for the past 4 years, Peter Parker has been completely isolated since the events of No Way Home. He has dedicated his entire life to being Spider-Man, becoming a hero to the city and beloved by the people. But that isolation and loneliness takes its toll as it eventually begins to wear Peter down, as he still has not properly grieved the loss of his Aunt May and what he had to give up to keep his loved ones safe. That is where Brand New Day truly excels over the previous Holland Spider-Man films. It can be taken as a joke, but it is true when it is said that the best Spider-Man stories are the ones where he is miserable. A key emotional catalyst for this movie is when Peter accidentally stumbles across his friends, seeing that they are happy living their lives without ever having known him. It triggers an emotional crash out and burnout that manifests in the form of his body mutating to a new level. After 4 years of dedicating his life to Spider-Man and ignoring Peter Parker, the spider is starting to take over. Peter has to learn how to confront his grief in a healthy manner instead of pushing the world away and letting that pain fester, lest he become the next Frank Castle. He has to learn that it is better to express his emotion instead of trying to restrain it, lest he become afraid of it in the same way that Bruce Banner is afraid of the Hulk. And he has to remember that with great power comes great responsibility, not just to the people around him, but to himself. And if he isn't careful, that grief will swallow him up and send him down a dark and vengeful path that will have him alongside I'm not spoiling that. To hell with it. If you're still watching, it's on you. It's Jean Grey, the worst kept secret in the MCU. But to give credit where it is due, Sadie Sink is fascinatingly good as the red-headed telepath. More importantly, the movie treats Jean Grey as a character in this movie, and not another movie. Not someone introduced here just to serve as a setup for another movie. She is a key, critical part of this story. Spider-Man Brand New Day marks a new beginning for the classic character that feels authentic in a manner that has been missing for quite some time. Under the helm of its new director, Spider-Man Brand New Day feels like a true blue Spider-Man movie, and it looks like a true blue Spider-Man movie. The colors feel more vibrant, the fight scenes are more slicker, and the trauma of Peter Parker is more trauma-ing than ever.